It's Rassie Erasmus here. We've travelled a bit up and down to Argentina and back. Obviously didn't get the win on that side. We're back in Bombela now, the last match of the Rugby Championship. We just want to say thank you for all your support, getting us here and helping us to get to this final match. Actually like a final of the Rugby Championship. We know you will be there on the numbers on Saturday, and those who's not there, we know that we're playing for you, and thank you for all the support.
Hi guys, Howzit? Welcome back all to my Afrikaans-speaking followers. Howzit? We Texas to everyone. Yes, it's come down to this, the final round of the Rugby Championship. The Rugby Championship not secure in Springbok hands as of yet, but we'll get to that in just a moment. There are a few things we need to talk about before we get into that and we get into the lineups. So I guess the first thing first, I want to thank everybody for subscribing to my channel, watching my videos, enjoying the content. Remember, every Sunday, 11:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, I will be live with Pierre from Boksburg. He's my oak from way back. We like to do these lives. Come on out, hang out, ask any questions that you want, anything. I mean, just come and hang out with us. We're going to be talking rugby every Sunday from 11:15 to 12:15, an hour every Sunday, live, uncensored, sin censura, all that kind of thing. So come on out and hang out with me and the Oak Pierre for two liquor bros, man. That's what we are, two liquor bros talking about rugby. So I guess I was just like everyone else after last week's loss. I got on here and I did the standard, it's Manny Libach's fault, I'm done with Manny. And I think the last time I had done that, I had gotten some pretty distasteful comments, things mentioning that I was picking him out because of his ethnicity, his racial background, and that was not the case, because I would say the same thing about Elton Yankees too whenever he screwed up. I didn't get the ire of it this time. I saw a lot of other content creators, and I do understand. I do understand that, this is South Africa. There's some touchy subject still about that. But I rest assured that when I do call out players, that is never the reason why. That has no reason to do with it. That's not what this channel's about. That's not what I'm about. There's a lot of people that call out Salman Morat, and I get that. He hasn't really lived up to the hype, the expectations that we expect of a lock and of a captain for the team. But I do know I have his supporters in my midst. I won't bring up any names, but yeah, you know who you are because we talk about him all the time and how great we think he is and the potential that he has. So it's like it's two guys that people seem to go after a lot. And I just, in hindsight, I have to say this. Many didn't give up 26 unanswered points. You saw the clip before the video. We should have never been in that position to begin with. We played horribly. We went up 17-0, and we stopped playing worth crap. So Manny was the least of the issues in that game, so we shouldn't hold it on to him. And I'm not just saying that because he is playing this week. I'm saying that because we probably shouldn't be so critical on the guy. His ball distribution is unseen. We do know he has kicking issues. He always has, even at URC level, provincial level. But there's a reason he's there. It's the same thing with Salman Morat. We may not get it, but there's a reason that Rassie Erasmus has selected him and continues to select him. And we've got to trust Rassie. He hasn't done us wrong at all. 2018, he took over. We won a World Cup the very next year. We won another one last year. We've got to trust Rassie, and we've got to trust the process. As cliche as it sounds, we've got to trust the process. So, unfortunately, we did not secure the title for the Rugby Championship. We still have one game yet to play. And there are some strange variables about this. So if we lose and get the bonus point, we still win. If we lose by less than 10, we win. Now, if they beat us by more than 10, secure the bonus point, and we get nothing, we tie. But it'll go on aggregate basically because they beat us twice, and Argentina, the Los Pumas, will lift a rugby championship for the first time in history. Fortunately, we are playing in Nelspruit, aka Mbombela, where history has been on our side. We have yet to lose in that stadium that I know of. I might be wrong if you Tell me I'm wrong if I am in the comment section. Go ahead. But history is on our side. We also have another very momentous occasion this Saturday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Eben Etzebeth will become the most capped Springbok in history. And for those of us old enough, and I mean, you don't got to be that old to remember that young man making debut alongside Victor Matfield and kind of just, could we say he's the greatest Springbok of all time? I think he's definitely in the conversation, and he has been for a while. I've said this many times about Eben. He is the perfect blend of Victor and Bucky's. He's a thinking rugby player, but God, he can be aggressive. And that's what you love about Eben. You love that aggression. And I'm so very happy for him to get this. And even Victor Matfield is. They, and it's to think about it, we missed a year, guys. He could have had this a lot earlier. Billy LaRue could have had 100 a lot earlier. But unfortunately, COVID happened, and we got to deal with that in hindsight. But congratulations to Eben. He's been one of my favorite rugby players for quite a while. And if you guys caught my interview on Looster FM, I said the thing that I think I love about Eben the most is that I would go into battle with him. But if I had to run to the market and I had a small child, I would be like, "Hey, Eben, can you watch my kid for 20 minutes?" And I know the worst thing that would happen to my kid is when I got back, Eben would be doing arm curls with my kid. He's a warrior on the field. He's a soldier on the field, but he's also a wholesome person. You see that with his wife. You see that with his family. He's a good dude. He's a good oak. And I just want to congratulate Eben on that. So alas, we have to get a win here. We don't have to get a bonus point. We win or we lose and they don't get a bonus point. We get a bonus point. We can win. So the script is pretty easy here. But look, Argentina is looking at history here. This could be their first rugby championship title ever. Joined in 2012. 12 years later, they're competing for a title. Well, on the other side of this, we've got the All Blacks barely getting by the Wallabies. And I actually, believe it or not, I'm going to pick the Wallabies to win in Wellington this weekend. Yeah. I said they wouldn't get a single one in this tournament. After what I saw last week, I think they can beat the All Blacks this week. But we won't discuss that on here because we're here to talk about World Cup winners. So the lineups have been announced. We will go through Argentina's first, as we always do before we get to the Springboks. A front row consisting of Thomas Gallo, Julian Montoya captains the side, and Joel Sclavi. Pedro Ribolo comes back into the lock position with he used to be a card machine, but it's been a minute since he's gotten Thomas Lavanini. One of my I got a soft spot for Lavanini. That guy's crazy, especially when he gets those bug eyes when he's sitting in the sin bin. Juan Martin Gonzalez and Santiago Grandona get the start at flanker with Joaquin Oviedo being the number 8. No Kremer this week. He is injured. Gonzalo Garcia gets the start at number 9 with Albornoz once again at number 10. Mateo Carreras and Rodrigo Izrigo get the starts at wing with Santiago Chocobares and Matias Moroni. Ako Moroni was the one that played for Dallas. And rounding it all off, Santiago Carreras. It's looking like a 5-3 split off the bench for the Pumas, as we will get Ignacio Ruiz, Ignacio Calles, and Pedro Delgado Ibanez will be the front row replacements. Franco Molina will be the lock replacement, with Pablo Matera being the flanker replacement. That's a good guy to have on the bench. Bezon Velez will be the scrum half replacement, I believe, with Cinti being the 10 or wing replacement, and Juan Cruz Malia being the center wing or replacement. That is the 23-man squad for the Los Pumas. 5-3 split coming off the bench for Dr. Rassi Erasmus. Front row consisting of Oxenche, Bongi Manombi, and Franz Malherba. God, it's good to have them back. Starting 50. Eben Etzebeth will overtake, once again, like I said, Victor Matfield in caps this weekend, and his lock partner will be Ruan Norquia. Had a bit of a bad game last week for Ruan. Captain Sia Khaleesi back in that number 6 jersey, and Peter Steph to tackle at number 7. Another guy. I'm glad we're back. And continuing his supreme form, I mean, I have talked with my buddy Shane all the time. We talk about these guys leave the jersey in a better place. I don't know if Thormulen's been up in his ear, but man, Jasper has really stepped it up. But Jasper Wiese will get the start at the number 8 jersey. Jaden Hendrickson gets the start this week at number 9, and he will be matched up with the speedy Manny Libach. Curtly Arenza returns to the number 11 jersey with Cheslin Colby. Once again, excuse me, I should have said Cheslin Colby returns. Curtly was there last week, but Cheslin Colby back in old reliable number 14. The formidable duo of the Milnerton grad Damian Dialendi and Jesse Creel at center. I think we just realized just how good Jesse was last week. I mean, we've known it, but it's really getting to be obvious. And we will be going to church. Apparently, there's a whole movement on social media, Afalala Fossey. The Church of Fossey is what they call it. We will be going to church with Fossey at 15. A 5-3 split off the bench, like I said earlier, with Malcolm Marks, Gerhard Steenkamp, and Vincent Koch. What a front row replacement. Elric Lowe will also get the replacement duties at flanker and or number 8. He could play that too. And of course, in the number 20 jersey, Quaka Smith looking to make some steals late in the game there. Kobus Ranek will come off the relief veteran at number 9. And Andre Pollard, the veteran 10, with Lucanio the replacement center, if we decide to push Jesse out wide, whatever, we've got options there. So, look, guys, I picked us by 16 last week. We should have won last week. And you know it. Springbok fans all around the world, we know we should have won that game. We played like crap, and that's why we lost. There is no question that we should win this week. With this lineup, we should win, and win with ease. So I'm going to pick us by 16 again. We will lift the trophy high. We will end this rugby championship. You know, we have the Freedom Cup, we have the Mandela Plate, we have a World Cup, and we have a rugby championship in one calendar year. A little over one calendar. Not bad. Not bad for a year. But we need to take this game seriously. We need to close this out properly. And we need to show respect to the team that could possibly win it for their first time ever. Some other good positive notes. We do know URC is into its second weekend with the South African teams finally playing their first games this week. And it looks like Damian Falemsa is back playing for the Stormers. I'm absolutely excited to see Gaza get back out after a long injury, being out with injury for quite a while. We're going to need him in the Northern Tour at 15, no question. But we do have Philly, and Fossey has been doing very, very well. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments section. What do you think of this lineup? How do you feel about Eben? Like, are you proud that he's made it that far? Are there guys on this team that you think have the potential to do what he's done? You guys let me know in the comments section, and we'll be talking hopefully Saturday once again after a Springbok victory. Cheers, guys.